my lovelies. Welcome, welcome. Guys, can you see all right? This in a second. Just gotta pour myself a coffee. Sorry, I was just in a German live. Hi, Jill. Hey, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're well. I hope you're well. Guys, I haven't been on for quite some time. I just couldn't see myself anymore. So I think it's one of those moods. Sorry, Instagram can't really see. So I had to stay off camera for a while. So, but I hope you're well. For those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfenhelden. I'm a coffeeholic. As you can hear, the coffee machine is just running in the background. It is 7 p.m. over here, but I'm drinking coffee all day, especially when I'm working. So I hope you're all right. I'm happy when you join me. Just say hi to me when you hop in and let me know where you're watching from. And if you haven't done it, guys, I'll really appreciate if you give my page a follow on Instagram, on WoodUbend Germany, and on my page, Elfenhelden. That'll be fantastic. And if you have questions, just leave them in the comments. And I see that I can answer those straight away. If I miss them, I will come back later for that. Also, when you watch replay, put hashtag replay to the comments so that I know that you've been there. And I appreciate them also. If you have questions, just tag me so I know that you have a question. And it's easier for me to find. Hi, Jill. Good to see you, girl. So happy. Oh, I'm glad to see you too. I missed you guys. I really missed you guys. I just got to grab my coffee. I'm sorry. I really missed you. But as I said, I just couldn't see my face on camera anymore. So that was just it. It's sometimes the way it is. So it is getting autumn here. It is pretty cold. Too cold for me. I'm a summer person. I don't know about you, if you prefer summer or winter or autumn or spring. I'm a spring and summer person. I love spring because I know it's going to get warmer soon, and I love summer. And now it gets into the dark time of the year, so I'm not too keen on it. Anyhow, I have a fun project tonight. I found, we just started one in the German life, which is a similar one, but this is the direction this is going. I had some years and years ago, this was the time before Dixie Bell and any proper chalk paint companies. I made signs, so I prepared my, some leftovers of wood, something like that. I just stained those with some sort of stain, whatever I laid my hand on at the time. And I just stumbled over a couple of those boards again and I thought I have to do something. Summer for you, Jill, also. That's good. I have to do something with them. So we're going to do a key holder board or whatever people can hang their things on. And I'm going to use leftovers or older products which are run out of how do you say that in English? Have I lost my English also? Not being on, but you know what I mean. So anyhow, I'm going to bring you down so you don't see my face. I don't mind about that. You can see what we're doing down here, guys. So I hope I can still see your questions, but I will try. Instagram, put you down also. Apologies, my hand in the way. There you go. Okay. So I brought with me. Oh, this is all over the place. I'm sorry. This is all over the place. Let's gotta go this way. That's too far down. Apologies, my guys. If I make you seasick, my deepest apologies. So I think that's better. So I laid it down already. We're going to work with some WoodUbends. I've brought the 1363, which are those cute leaves. And they go perfect with this boho inspired piece I had in mind. They're going to go up here as wings. I just brought like a little piece of broken off trim I found because, hi Annika, I'm happy you're back. broken off trim. As I, I always keep everything, I always keep everything, never know when we need it. And this is probably going to go just like this. I see. I'm not sure yet. Silk Screen Stencil. This is from the Western Boho pack. There's like 3 stencils in there. You can see on the back. And I've chosen the Dreamcatcher. I just had to think. The Dreamcatcher I grabbed. So the 6 print stencils, they also come with this applying tool, which I'm not going to use. You can use a sponge, you can use a brush, whatever, that works perfectly. Those hooks, they're not applied yet. They're going to go down there. The WoodUbend is going to go up here. This one is probably going to go somewhere in the middle. Those a little higher, that the keys don't hang on the wall. They can hang on the board. That's the plan. Something like this. I'm probably going to paint those later also. Let's see, but not today. So out of the way what I don't need before I break it. We start with painting the, oh God, my fingers are full of paint. My fingers are full of paint, guys, as per usual. So, hi Vera, happy you're back. And I've brought the Boho Soul Transfer. As I said, I have all, bits from those ones from the WoodUbend first generation. I had some left over. So the package I showed you, this is a new packaging of the 3rd generation, but the 1st generation is just fine. I just, want to use them up. That's what we're going to do. I can see people on. I'm so happy when you leave me your heart or just say hi to me, guys. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So, and I've used 1 sheet of this transfer. It's ever so beautiful. And I don't know about you, but, I hardly or mostly don't use all of the comes with some instructions also for those people who read instructions. I don't know if you do. Do you read instructions? I definitely don't. Ever so beautiful. Comes in 4 sheets. As I said, 1 I've already used and have like 3 untouched, and the one on top is the one I'm going to use for this project. Actually, you can layer those, you can cut those apart, you can paint over those, especially when you use, for example, the black and white things. You can paint them if you want to. Actually, that might be, no, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to use some parts of this one. So the rest I'm going to put to the side. And we're going to paint the WoodUbends with Voodoo Gel Stain. As you know, Voodoo Gel Stain needs a porous surface to soak into. But as the WoodUbends have all properties of wood, you can use Voodoo Gel Stain easy on them. I've got to have a sip of coffee. Any questions? No questions. So, Voodoo Gel Stain is a water-based gel stain. Comes in many colors and some vibrant colors also. And we're first going to prepare the not going to do too much with them. I'm actually going to use the Temptress, which is a turquoise, which goes nicely with the transfer later on. I'm going to stain that, and I'm thinking if I'm adding something lighter or darker. Lighter or darker? Lighter or darker? because there's black in the transfer. No, I think I'm going to stay with those light. I have got a mustard on my finger because I was scraping the paint out. And the colors which I'm going to use for the stencil, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them. I've brought drop cloth, I have mermaid tail, I have apricot, and I have flamingo, because those are basically the colors which are in that transfer. That's those. So I have to be careful. The police is driving past, and I had in the last videos that my videos have been muted because apparently there were some copyright things. I don't think I've been singing any songs. There's no music here. The only sound you can hear is cars in the background and the police and emergency horns going off. So I don't know what the problem was there. So, as I said, we're going to start with the staining the WoodUbends. So I put the rest to the side before I mess it up, which I'm easily doing most of the times. You know me. Scissors go there. This for the stain. Voodoo Gel Stain is water-based, and that's the reason you shake him up nicely. Shaky, 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 shaky. And when they're new, they have a seal which you have to open, and the lids themselves, they do have like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. They have like a twisty lid. I'm not sure. You can twist it open and then you can squeeze it out. That's far too much. I just need a tiny little bit. So actually I'm going to put some of that back in because I hate wasting. That's far too much. That's probably still too much because we only really need a little bit to stain those. So the Au Naturel. It's like a lighter color. Just almost like the color of the WoodUbends itself. Pretty. So I'm going to mix those a little bit. Make sure you clean the lids or close them straight away so that you're not... So let's see. Let's get some... I'm not messing everything up straight away. You can blend those with each other also. Nicely and easily. I'm just going to warm that up a little bit. That trim, if I'm going to use that. So this is just gonna, don't need much. I don't need much. I'm just going to dampen. Just got like a little brush, and as I said, the WoodUbends, they have all properties of normal wood. They have a porous surface. You can drill them, you can saw them, you can sand them. You can obviously break them if you use force. But when they are warm, they get nice and soft. I'm going to show you in a second. They get nice and soft, and you can basically, do you see the difference? Just going to bring it a little closer. Oh, not yet, Temptress, not yet. Isn't that ever so pretty, that color? Ever so pretty. So As I said, you can blend the colors with each other. I've got already a little bit of temptress on here, which I don't really want, but that's what happens. As I said, when they get warm, you can bend them around any surface and stuff like that, which is, you know, if you, whatever, want to decorate cans or things like that, you can apply them onto any surface you can think of, if it's glass, if it's wood, if it's metal, if it's paper, you can decorate books with it, you know, journals and all sorts of things. Everything you can just think of. So I'm going to use the same brush. I'm not going to change brushes, and I'm just going to brush it on here gently. You see? There you go. That's all I want to do, because this is basically, you see what I mean? I've just like hardly have to use any of the product. Then I'm going to put those to the side because they're going to be applied later. Finished. That's it. I'm going to put them on my Criddle. So this piece of trim I just had on the Criddle lane because I wanted to have it nice and soft, so I can flatten it out to be stained. I'm just going to use the temptress on there, and I'm probably going to use some of the gilding wax on there later. This is probably also too long, but even so, that's it, just like that. As I said, this was just like a leftover from broken off piece of some sort of project. I keep all bits and pieces of my thingies. I'll never waste anything. Okay, sip of coffee. Any questions? Oh, hi, Sarah. Hi, mein Hase. Happy to see you. Hi, Nina. I'm happy you're there. So, coffee to the side. Now, I'm going to start with the WoodUbends are going to go up here. I actually have two more just that I have an idea where they're going to go. They're going to go up here, about in the middle, and I want to have some bits and pieces of the Bells and Whistles bowl transfer. Somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Probably about which pieces are we going to use? This one, I think I'm going to use this one here. And we can stencil over the transfer. Works nicely. So I'm going to start with this piece up here. And just like this. Just like this. Yes, I like that. Put those to the side. As you've just seen, the transfers, they have like when you open it up, there's this milky pretty hard piece of foil. This is not what's going to stay on your project. Oh, hi Caroline, thank you for joining. The transfer itself is basically just like a carrier sheet. So you rub it off here, and the white sheet is a protection sheet so that you're not accidentally, or that this doesn't accidentally stick somewhere else. So just put that very safe. It comes with a rubbing tool, which is, I just placed again. Guys, I'm terrible. I just had it in my, there it is. Put everything to the side. This is the transfer tool which comes with it. So when you apply it, actually this board, as I said before, this is years and years and years ago. I prepared those when I was used to do science and things like that. This was times before Dixie Belle and anything else. I've been mixing my paints myself and stuff like that. So this is nothing special. This stain also comes off when you put paint on there. So that's the reason I've just added some Boss, which is a stain blocker and a smell blocker from Dixie Belle, water-based. The clear one I put on here. So I wasn't sure which paints I'm going to use, so I didn't want to take any risk of that the color is basically bleeding through. So now I'm laid it down. When you laid it down, you have to commit, you know, because it's going to stick straight away. And then I'm just going to rub on the back sheet. I'm going to lift the other side straight away a little bit, and you can see it comes off like butter. Butter, butter, butter. Easy, easy. Ever so easy. If there, you know, if you lift it and you feel that's like, you know, there's still some on the backing, put it back down, rub a little bit, and off you go. So there you go. All off. Nothing left on there. Quick and easy. What I like to do, some people use the fingers. I am not, because I have mostly cream on my fingers. I don't want to leave a cream or anything on here. I just use the backing. It was just on to make sure it is all on the surface. And I'm going to use my finishing pad later on to get rid of the eventual halos. That looks pretty already. That looks pretty already. So I think the dream catcher will be on there just like very, very lightly and gently. So put those back here, and let's decide what else we're going to put on here. I think this is going to be very pretty. Love this transfer. It's ever so beautiful. So nevertheless, I have to decide what else I'm going to put on here. Is it still hot in Spain, Nina? Because it's cooled right down here. It is pretty cold. Am I going to use... So I'm going to... I need room. I need room, guys, before I drop everything. Before I drop everything, I know myself if I'm going to use this piece or that piece or just some feathers. I'm going to cut this out. Let's see. Let's just see. This is going to go approximately there. I'm just going to decide. I'm not sure if I'm going to use what do you think? This or that one? Which one is prettier? I think I'm going to go for that one. Put that back on the backing. Back on the backing. back on the backing. Let's decide. Let's decide. Let's decide. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. What do you think? That piece? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, hi, Kim. You moving, Jill? Where are you moving to? Oh, Kim. I must admit, I've been not on for a long time. So I had a bit of a rough time. I just couldn't see myself on camera anymore. I don't know if you can understand that, but since almost 3 years, I'm doing so many lives, and I was just so tired of seeing my face on camera. So I really missed you guys, but I couldn't stand myself. That's sometimes the way it is. I hope you can understand. I'm so happy you're all there, and I haven't lost you during that time. I'm so glad. Okay, that's the piece I'm gonna go for now. Too late now. If anybody wanted to have anything else, it's too late. So again, I'm lifting a little bit the end of the transfer. Start rubbing. When you apply the transfer, move from one side to the other side, or move from the middle to the outside, because when you rub, there is and it gets off the foil of the backing. It's like an air bubble moving underneath, and if you move from both sides to the middle, the air bubble might crumple the transfer in the middle, and you may have a bubble there left, or a wrinkle or whatever, which is, well, a pain in the backside. So rub, 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 rub. As you can see, it comes off like butter. Again, very easy. If you missed a bit, just lay it back down, rub again on it, and until it's basically gone. Ta-da! Last bit, gone. That's it. Same thing. I'm gonna rub over it with the backing just to make sure it's everything is down on the wood. Obviously, it's like a little bit of a textured surface. That's another reason I'm doing that. And then I'm going to show you, there is, I can decide later if I'm going to add anything else, but I think this is going to be quite cute. Quite cute. I've got my fingers full of Voodoo Gel Stain. And this is like that on there. And then we apply this somewhere there. That'll be quite nice. I think I quite like that. Yeah, and then I can decide even more if I want to have some more of the transfer on there. But that's for now, because I know on those areas I'm going to stencil over it. If you look closely, you can see like those little halos, you call them. Sorry, my finger, that's kind of mustard on there from my other life. You can see those little halos around there. Sorry, Instagram. So you can see also just around the edges. We're going to burnish them down now with the, I've got like, this is a piece of the finishing pad from Dixie Belle. This is basically just like a very light sanding pad. And with this, you can just like burnish the rest of it nicely into the surface, so those halos are gone. Those halos are the only thing which may people realize that you didn't hand paint the thing on there. But when That's nicely basically rubbed in there. Nobody will ever notice. So that's it. Plus it really makes sure that the transfer is laying down properly and it's not going to go anywhere. So, gone. So, that's that. Now we're going to apply the stencil. Screen stencils, they are flexible. They have a sticky backing, but not as sticky that is going to pull up your paint or anything. So I'm just going to, let's see. Let me think. Let me think. This to the side. Just want to see about where I want to have it. Put in the middle. You've got to be a bit careful with transfers and sticky backgrounds. I'm not quite sure. I haven't used a silk screen stencil on top of unsealed transfers. So this is going to show if you're going to pull it up or not. So now I'm going to blend some of the colors just into each other. We are going to use, as I said, mermaid tail, drop claws, flamingo. I think I'll leave the apricot because those colors are going to mix automatically. Oh, it looks like a complete mess around here, guys. Hang on, I just gotta get organized just a little bit. Stay with me before I just want to get the rest of the transfer firstly back in there. Rubbing stick. Put it to the side. Pinching pad. Baby wipes, sandpaper. What do I need? I need that. I'm going to need that later. Got some stencil brushes. They're slightly damp because I just cleaned them. Oh, thank you, Kim. You're so sweet. Oh my, I'm going to read all those comments later. I'm so interested in what you're all up to. So, mermaid tail, flamingo, and drop claws. Drop claws, yeah. I'm going to use the paint out of the lid as we don't need much. I will straight away put some of it back into the jar. Drop claws. And I don't want to have a full coverage also. Don't want to have a full coverage. So completely enough what's in here. Can always get some more. And last but not least, a bit of a bigger brush. Let's see. Mermaid tail and flamingo. Just ever such a pretty color. Flamingo. Love it. Obviously, I will clean those lids out later properly so they don't stick to my jar, but for now, this is going to be fine. So, those are the colors I'm going to use. And let's see, going to work our way inside out. And have some of the feathers in flamingo also, this one and that one. Just want to make sure I'm in that webbing which is in there. That one, maybe the tiny one out here. There we go. And some of the flamingo in the middle. Just like this. Going to use the same brush and get into the drop cloth. Just around. And then I'm going to go into, I should have taped that off. I'm going to sand it off later on. No worries. Bit too generous here, guys. So, and actually I'm a bit messy. I'm going to use some tape, guys. I'm too swirly around. So it just gives me just a little bit more room on the outside here. Just on the edges, because there you go. This can all be a bit fadey, moving into each other, the colors. Doesn't need to be like that's the fadey thing I would like to have. So let's see what it looks like. So because you can always lay it back down and come, as long as you have moved it, and come along with some more. That's it. Bit of a washed out look. There you go. I'm going to dry that. And I'm going even to sand that down. What was that in there? What did I put on there? There's a piece missing there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Something I've done there. However, this is going to be sanded back anyway a little bit, so this is no problem. And now I like to have always a bit of a scruffy sanded down look. So put it in the water so I can paint doesn't dry on there. You should do that straight away. You can wash that out in water with soap. Just going to dry that so we don't mess that up. Sand it down later. So silk screen sticky on transfer works fine. So nothing happened there. I'm going to put those. As I said, the lid's going to be cleaned later on. Just to have those put down. Stencil brush into the water. There we go. This might have been something on the wood. I don't know. That didn't come through there. However, it doesn't matter. So now we're going to apply our WoodUbends. They're ouch, hot and nice and bendy now. So have those like a bit centered around here. And I use, as I said, wood glue. I've got the Tide Bond, quick and thick. Make sure you have the back side covered all over. If there's glue squashed out on the outs, on the sides, it's no problem because you can basically wipe it off with a wet cloth, a damp brush, or let's see, middle. Or a baby wipe, which I use a lot. Same with that one. So, and you always warm them up, even if you apply them on a flat surface or something like that, because no surface is completely flat, and nor are the back of those ornaments. So basically that you can, there you go, smush it nicely onto the surface. So just like this, they look then like one ornament basically when you put those two together. And then I'm going to use a damp brush, put them all in the water now. Let's see, one which is like almost clean. Almost clean. Grab this one. This is almost clean. As I said, with a damp brush or something like that, you can just like take off the excess glue. It is white now, but the glue is going to dry clear anyway. But even so, I don't want to have like those big bloops on there. So I'm basically taking that off. Taking that off. There you go. So push it down. When you push it down, you can see there's some more of the glue coming out, which is basically a good sign that it's mushing itself nicely onto the surface. Just take that off again. And off you go. This is ever so nice and easy. So then I'm going to give that a sand down. Yes, just with some. No, that's too clear. I'm going to use. There will go some more feathers on there. Definitely. But basically, let's have that dry. I'm going to dry that. Anybody still with me? Last day of summer. Well, it's cold already over here, guys. So, oh, bonsoir, Michelle. Ça va? Some more going on here. Let's see what we have. There's some more on this one. Maybe I have to transfer it there. Okay. I think I will have this in the middle, something like this in the middle, because I think that's about that in the middle. I think that's quite cute. There's one of those dream catchers here. I think that will go pretty nicely in the middle of the stencil. What do you think? Let's see. So. I'm not sure if the paint is already completely dry. We find out in a second because you're supposed to apply that onto dry paint and not slightly wet paint. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's dry enough for it to stick. Dry enough for it to stick. There you go. This is like a nice shadow dream catcher. Some ghosty dream catcher behind it. Do you see that? It's pretty pretty. What do you think? I quite like it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to need, no, that's too much. I'm going to leave that. I can always paint over it if I need that little piece somewhere else. But that's just too much. That's too much. I want that on there. And then basically the hooks can go up there, which I'm deciding if I'm going to paint those or not, but I think I quite like them and black on there. Let's see. And that's basically when they're screwed on there, they can hang their keys and things like that on there. So guys, that's what do we do on there? Use some gilding wax, some black. I like to have some black gilding wax on there, just to age them a little bit. Because black is in the let's see. That's gilding wax, oil based. That was far too much. I'm a little unconcentrated, guys. Let's see. Don't want to have shiny on here. I think the black is just giving it a nice contrast to the other bits. So I will put that on the edges a bit. Put that in. Could go in with stain there also, but I think I'll just do that now. Oops. Too much. It's just basically a little bit around the edges to give it a bit of a in there. Gently, gently, gently. Push it around with your finger. Ever so slightly. It doesn't need to be much. Just gives it just like this little bit of ever so gentle around the edges. So those hangers are going to go on there. I'm not going to do that now. And then this thing is basically finished. That's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I look a complete mess. I'm just going to put you up so that you can see me. Sorry, Instagram. You're probably seasick now. There we go. Oh, thank you, Jill. I probably, oh, no, you know, this is just a decorational piece which is going to hang on the wall. So I'm not really too worried about sealing it. So maybe I use the new Terra Wax from Dixie Belle, which is a oil-based sealer. With that is no problem. Apart from that, you know, I've only put a little bit on there. I could always, you know, when you let it dry long enough, I'm not worried about that, having it sealed with a water-based sealer. I always do that. So just let it dry for at least 5 days or something like that, and you'll be good. That works, absolutely works. You know, I wouldn't do it if I had it like all over the place, but it's not. It's just like in some little areas, and this is going to dry, so that's fine. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. Just like a little idea what you can do with your leftover bits and pieces. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so happy I haven't lost you over the last weeks, and I hope I'll be on here. Dankeschön, liebe Vera. On here a little more regularly. So, okay, guys, I hope you stay safe. Jill, I hope you be all right with your move. And thank you. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. And hopefully I'll see you next week, guys. Ta-da. Take care. Bye-bye.